First of all, we'll just start with what is meant by fund and cash, how they are different. Then only you can understand the difference in cash flow and the fund flow. So we are going to see all these things: concept of fund, then meaning of fund flow statement, uses of fund flow statement, limitations. So first we'll see how the fund is different than the cash. So when we say cash, we mean only currency or notes or the money which you have in your pocket. Okay. So, but when we say funds, it covers your cash as well as the money which is in the form of cash or in other forms, like some of the receivables may be there. So debtors, the people from whom money is to be collected, all those people will also be a part of a fund. When I'm talking about all the different financial resources from where I'm going to get the money and whatever payments that I have to make, so all the receivables also and payables also, that we are going to cover under the funds. So this you can easily understand. This has a narrow scope because this covers only cash, whereas this has a wider scope because apart from cash, it covers money which is in the different forms. So that may be in the form of an receivables, that may be in the form of liabilities or any other financial resource from where you're going to get the money. So normally this has a different purpose, this has a different purpose. So this has the purpose like you want to settle any payments, so you require cash. So we are specifically talking about the immediate requirement. Now if you have to pay the fees, so you are not thinking about what I am going to receive in future. I require money to be paid. So for immediate requirement, I require cash. Whereas suppose if I decide to purchase a machinery after 1 year, so you are investing money for buying that machine right now. So that investment will be termed as funds, something which is receivable or something which will be getting converted into cash after a certain point of a time. So you can see it will not be used for any immediate payment. You are blocking your money for some or the other specific objective that you have, which is relating with your future requirements, not the immediate requirements. So cash only covers the money which is having narrow scope, whereas this covers apart from money, there are some other things, receivables and payables also, current assets and current liabilities also covered under the funds. So you can see when we say about cash, we are talking about only hard cash. But when we are talking about the funds, we are talking about cash, bank balance, and so many other things, right? This is used for making any immediate payment or any immediate purchases that you can make with the help of the hard cash that you have. When we talk about funds, we are blocking some amount of money. So for a specific purpose, we are blocking this money. What we are doing is we are investing into something which is going to help you afterwards, right? So it has a specific purpose with which you are investing or keeping these funds available in future. So in short, you can say cash is nothing but the hard cash in the form of coins and currencies. When we say funds, we mean so many different assets, investment, properties, anything that is going to give you money. So cash is already in the cash form. Bank balance, you can withdraw money from bank. Equity, because this will also be converted into the cash. Assets, because if they are outdated or if you don't want it, you may sell and you may generate the money. So investments, so all these things will also be covered under the funds. Why we are creating these statements now next? So under the Companies Act, if you see, so a company is required to show the financial information not only of the current year, but also the information which is relating to the previous year. Whenever you have these statements at hand, you may have seen you get the particulars information as to what the component is, then note number or schedule number you may find, then you may find previous year amount and the current year amount. Whenever company declares the performance, company will not be only showing 1 year's information, but along with this past year's data needs to be also shown. Means if I'll be showing the 2020 performance, I will also be showing 2019 performance. at the same time, each and every component of balance sheet and profit and loss account. This year information, last year information is put together. Why is it for? So that all the stakeholders who are going to refer to these statements can compare, okay, how the company's performance has changed, positive changes or some negative changes in the statements, so that they can make decisions easily. How many of the stakeholders may be referring to the earlier last 2-3 years data? Not much. So at a glance, at least they'll come to know about the 2 years performance, this year and the last year, so that they can compare and can make the decisions. So comparison is possible when previous year and current year information is given at the same time in the statement. So this helps to understand relative performance, means companies this year's performance, you are trying to relate it with the last year. When we say relative performance, so if I get 70% marks, then only 70% marks, that is the only information, then I'll say I have got good marks. But if I'm trying to relate this performance with the earlier years, earlier year I have got 85% marks, then a relative performance is that my performance is not up to the mark because I have potential of getting 85% and I have got only 70%. So same thing with these statements, when you are getting current year and past year information at the same place, you're comparing and finding out how the things have changed, if company's performance have improved or it has reduced, okay, so that the stakeholders can make the decisions based on the information that they get from these statements. Now you can see when we refer to the balance sheet, what all things that you will come to know through these statements. So this balance sheet gives you information about the financial condition of a company. So what has happened, okay? So all the information as to how much assets and liabilities have changed, how much owner's equity capital has changed, all that you can easily see when previous year and current year information is given together in those statements. Now, when you have two statements together, you can easily see the balances may have changed. Last year's balance, this year's balance of equity share capital may have changed, debenture may have changed, then assets may have changed, liabilities may have changed. So you are trying to identify the reasons and you are trying to identify the money from where it has come for जो भी आपके चेंजेस हुए assets में, suppose assets have increased by 5 lakh, from where this 5 lakh has come जो आपने asset में invest किया है, that you will come to know through this fund flow statement. If owner's equity has changed, means share capital was 3 lakh last year, this year it is 4 lakh, you can easily understand company has raised 1 lakh rupees funds in that year. So this funds where company has put this 1 lakh rupees, that you need to find out. So you can easily find it out with the help of a fund flow statement. So if you can see changes in the owner's contribution, so where this contribution has went to the asset side, obvious. So where you have invested, that you will come to know what you have purchased, what you have invested in. So this is how fund flow statement is going to help you understand from where funds are generated and where you have invested them. So from the statement means from the balance sheet, it is not clear from where you have got the money, where you have used the money. So this information is given by fund flow statement. So in short, what fund flow statement means? Fund flow statement is nothing but a document or a statement which is going to help you analyze company's balance sheet with more details of last year and this year, to find out how funds have moved, means how the funds have changed, last year's and this year's requirement has changed, if that has changed, where that you have used that money, okay. So past year and the current year, 2 years information is given, you are trying to find out from where funds have came and where you have used these funds in the last year. That is what is meant by fund flow statement. Now what this shows, so it shows how much is the inflow of funds, that is the funds generated, we say that as a source, and then where you have utilized those funds. So we are talking about the application of this money. So outflow of these funds. But inflows and outflows, this terms we are going to use in cash flow. In case of funds flow, we are going to talk this as sources and the application or utilization. So when we say fund flow statement, we are checking out the movement of funds for a particular accounting year, from where you have got the money, where you have used it. So that also helps you or the management in regulating the requirement of funds. Now, what basically fund flow statement helps you with now? One thing that is going to answer the question as to from where you got the funds. And the second thing, whatever funds you have got from various sources, where you have used them. The basic purpose of financial management is raising the funds and utilizing the funds. So from where you have raised the funds, sources side will talk about it, and where you have utilized the funds which you have raised. So application side of funds is going to talk about it, right? So we'll just see in short what all uses of these statements are. Number one, it is going to help you evaluate the company's performance. So it will help you carry out the financial analysis. If you remember, when we have started with the second chapter, analysis and interpretation of financial statements, there we have seen different tools of financial statement analysis, that is ratio analysis, common size statement, comparative statement, trend percentage or trend analysis, then cash flow statement, fund flow statement, or cash flow and fund flow analysis. So this is what we are talking about. So carrying out the analysis as to how the company's assets and liabilities have changed compared with the last year. So we are giving more detailed information as to from where you have got all the money and where you have utilized the money. So it also helps you in finalizing your dividend policy. What is dividend policy? A document which is going to help you understand how much this dividend needs to be paid. Constant dividend policy you're going to follow, or you're going to follow policy with fluctuating returns. Every time fluctuating rate dividend will be decided. So how it is going to help you deciding dividend policy? Because you are going to identify the reasons. Sometimes it happens company gets so much of profit. So if you see company's profitability has increased so much, but the dividend paid by such companies is very less. Now you may wonder why this dividend is less if company is getting so much of profits. Then with fund flow, if you try and check it out, you may have taken so much of a loan, so that payments needs to be made of that loan. You may have financed your assets with debenture issue. तो debentures वालों को भी payment करना है. You want to reduce that debenture capital for reducing the risk. There you may have used this money. So the profit you may have used for so many alternate purpose. Okay, some amount of profit you may have transferred to reserve account, because present situation is such. So in future, if you suffer any losses, you need to have reserves to deal with those losses. So what you are doing? You are forming more of a reserves. Previously it was not required, but present situation is such, so you are going to keep some money aside to deal with these losses. So you can easily identify for deciding the dividend policy also. This is going to help, because this will help you identify why the company is not having good liquidity. So liquidity, because company may not be having cash available. Company has got so much of profit, but company is not having sufficient amount of money to make the payment of dividend. Why it is happening? So those reasons that you will be able to identify with the help of fund flow statement. So from where you got the money for which you are making the payments, so it will help you in doing future financial planning. So the next thing that fund flow is going to help you with is identifying the company about what may be the possible losses which may arise in the future, and protect the company from all these possible losses which you may encounter in the future. So making the provisions for the possible losses, right? So it also helps you improve the decision making by identifying the ways from where you have raised the funds and the avenues where you are spending these funds. If you are able to identify from where normally you raise the funds and where you utilize them, then you can take the decisions how the financing needs to be done, whether you need to make use of a more of a long-term funds, short-term funds, more of a borrowed funds, or more of your own funds needs to be utilized. All that can be decided with the help of the data which you get from the fund flow statement. The other companies or the bank and institutions will come to know through the statements about how is the company's performance. We are specifically talking about credit worthiness of the company. So if company's past record shows company has made payment of loan, payment of interest from time to time, payment of dividend, okay, all these things are indicator that the company is performing good. So if company defaults in making payment, if company is not giving dividend to the shareholders, all these are the signs or indicators that company is not performing well. So you can easily understand all this fund flow statement will be the indicator for the banks and other institutions to decide how the company is performing. In short, now if you will try and understand how this and what details that your fund flow is going to provide you. So fund flow statement is going to explain the given things. Number one, though company is having high profits, why company is facing trouble in making so many payments? Now, normally what we say, if company is getting profit, then that profit may be utilized for making payment. But some situations show company is getting so much of profit, but company is not able to make the payments. Now, why is it so? This statement, fund flow statement, is going to help you in identifying that what all payments are made with the money which company gets and from where company has raised the funds which is resulting into the payments. We'll see in the next slide the details. Second thing, it will also help you where these profits which we are talking about have gone, because if company has got so much of profit, company hasn't declared the dividend, company hasn't also purchased any new asset or any new investment is not done by the company. So where this money has gone, that you can identify by checking out fund flow application side where the money is being spent. Why dividends are so low in spite of high profitability, that you will come to know through this fund flow statement, because you will check out the application side of fund flow. How company has paid a dividend. Now it may happen in one or the other year company has suffered so much of losses. So actually speaking, company should not pay the dividend and company is not having an obligation to pay the dividend. But you will see company has suffered the loss, but still company has paid the dividend. Now if company is suffering loss, how company is paying this dividend? For that reason, you will come to know through this fund flow statement कि कंपनी के पास कहाँ से पैसे आए, from where company has got the money, sources side of the fund flow we are referring to. So from where company has got the money for paying the dividend, even if it is suffering losses, that you will come to know through this fund flow statement. Then your assets, company's assets, how they are financed, that you will come to know, whether these assets are financed through owners funds or a company has financed these assets through borrowed capital, that you will come to know through the fund flow statement. Because sources side may, if there is an issue of share capital, and application side may purchase of asset, if it is there, purchase of machinery suppose, then you can understand company has raised the share capital, company has used this money for buying the machinery. Other thing, if you come to know company has raised the loan, sources side mein aapne dekha loan has increased, long term loan. So company has raised the funds of 10 lakh through loan and company has used this 10 lakh rupees to finance your requirement of a machinery. Now you can easily understand that for purchasing a machine, company has taken borrowed funds and not the own funds. Now you can understand company is becoming a bit risky because company has taken borrowed funds for financing the assets. So in future, if company's profitability gets hampered, company is going to face the major consequences in making the payments. And in case company fails to make the payments, how the banks are going to realize this money? By selling the assets. If machinery के against आपने loan लेके रखा है and now business is not performing well, then these banks and institutions are going to demand money to the business. Then they will be selling these assets, machinery which you have purchased. These banks are going to sell those machines. They are going to realize their money. But now see, you don't have a machine because bank has already sold your machine. How you'll carry out the business? So this is how you can relate all these things. How the company's assets are financed. If they are financed through own sources, share capital issue karke, that is being financed, then that is all right. But if company has issued debentures, if company has taken loan to finance these assets, then there is a bit problematic, risk has increased. How much funds company has generated from the business activities. So this you will come to know through the funds from operation. Normally, if you create income statement, I'm talking about profit and loss account. So what you will come to know, income statement will give you detail about gross profit, net profit, but it may not give you exact information as to how much funds you have generated from only business activities. For that reason, what we do, profit, whatever you have got, we adjust that profit, we add back all the non-cash expenses, we add back the amount of profit which is transferred to the reserve account, and the profit which is utilized for showing the losses or the profits of on sale of assets. All these adjustments are done to find out how much money you have got from the business activities. Okay, so this answer you will get through the fund flow statement. Again, the question, how company is getting so much of losses still paying the loan? So you can see fund flow application side there may be loan repayment of 3 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh. So how this 10 lakh repayment is done? So you can check out the sources side of the fund flow statement. You will come to know company has raised the funds by issuing debentures. Now whatever money company has got, that may be used for. So sources side will talk about from where you got the fund and where you are utilizing the funds. That is application side that you can see. Hopefully this explanation will make the understanding of fund flow statement better. Now, what are the limitations? The uses we have seen. Now, limitations of this statement. Now, this only focuses on movement of funds. It does not give you any additional details relating to business performance. Only your balance sheet changes that are getting reflected in the fund flow statement, nothing else. So it does not highlight any other essential aspect. It only gives you explanation of the things. So it just rearranges the information which is already there in the balance sheet. Now, if you remember how you create this fund flow statement, so we make use of a balance sheet and some adjustments which are given, and then we create the fund flow statement. So we are just rearranging the information in the form of sources and the application of money, right? So it is not giving you any additional inputs in terms of information. It just tries to fill up the gap which is there in the balance sheet. If liabilities have increased, assets have increased, how they have increased. So uska explanation you will get in the fund flow statement. So it specifically, your statements are talking about the past. So this fund flow statement is also going to talk about the past result only. It is not going to help you understand the current situation and the future situation. Okay. So fund flow, since it is based on your financial statements, which relates to the past, it is going to depict the information about the past only. It is not going to depict the current and future performance of a company. So you can see it does not talk about any future activities or current activities. It talks about the past results in the form of your statements and the changes which have taken place in the assets, equity, and the liabilities. So cash flow is considered more important when it comes to the payments than the fund flow, because cash is more important when it comes to payment. Though you have so much of a funds, receivables are so much, but actually you don't have it right now to make the payment, then we normally give more preference to the cash. Immediate money that is preferred more of the times. That is the reason why cash flow gets the more importance, because we are talking about liquidity, availability of cash for making payments. So we will not be relying on the receivables and other things.